Mama Emeka's compound smelled of uziza leaves and old wood. She led them through a narrow corridor into a small sitting room where a single kerosene lamp burned on a low table. The walls were hung with woven cloth and a faded photograph of a man Obinna recognized immediately. Younger, thinner, but with the same eyes that had seen through him 20 years ago. Emeka Okafor, alive in a photograph, gone from the earth. Mama Emeka moved with the careful slowness of a woman who had learned that rushing changes nothing. She gestured for them to sit on the low wooden bench against the wall. She herself sat across from them on a carved stool, straight-backed, dignified, hands folded in her lap. She studied Obinna for a long time. "You look older," she said finally. "I am older," he replied. "He said you would be." She paused. He said, "When Obinna comes, and he will come, look at his face. If he has suffered well, let him in. If he has not, send him away." Obinna felt the words land in his chest like stones dropped into deep water. "Did I suffer well?" he asked quietly. Mama Emeka looked at him for a long moment, then at Chidi, at that jaw, those eyes, and something moved across her face like a slow tide. "You brought your son," she said softly. "Yes, you suffered well." She rose without another word and disappeared into the back room. The silence she left behind was vast and breathing. Chidi leaned close to his father and whispered, "What is happening?" "I don't know," Obinna admitted, and for once the not knowing did not frighten him. Mama Emeka returned carrying a small wooden box worn smooth at the edges from years of handling. She set it on the low table between them and sat back down. "He made me keep this," she said, "for 15 years. He said, when the time comes, you will know who to give it to." She looked at Obinna steadily. "I have been waiting a long time." Inside the box was a single folded letter sealed with wax. On the outside, in the old man's careful handwriting, were 4 words. "For Obinna, open alone." Obinna's hands trembled as he reached for it. "Read it here," Mama Emeka said gently. He would have wanted witnesses. Obinna looked at Chidi. Chidi gave a single nod. With hands that shook like a man in Harmattan cold, Obinna broke the wax seal and unfolded the letter. The room held its breath. He read in silence for a long time. His face moved through expressions that had no names, something beyond grief, beyond gratitude, beyond love. Then his voice, barely above a whisper, began to read aloud. "Obinna, if you are reading this, you waited, you endured, you came home. I knew you would because I saw in you what I once saw in myself, a young man who loved more than he understood and worked harder than he deserved to do. But I need to tell you something I should have told you 20 years ago. The day you came to work for me, I had decided to close my business. I had lost everything, both my sons, my savings, my will to continue. I was going to walk away from all of it. Then you arrived at my gate, young, hungry, determined, asking for nothing but a chance. You saved me, Obinna, not the other way around. Everything I rebuilt after that day, I rebuilt because of you. You reminded me what it looked like to want something badly enough to sacrifice for it. So whatever fortune you carry home, know that half of it belongs to the life you gave back to an old man who had already given up. There is land behind this house. I registered it in your name 15 years ago. It has been waiting for you. Build something on it, something that lasts. Your master, your student, your brother in struggle, Emeka." The room was completely silent. Chidi's face was wet. Mama Emeka's eyes were closed, lips moving in a private prayer. And Obinna sat with the letter pressed against his heart, eyes closed, tears running freely down his face. Somewhere between leaving and returning, between almost and didn't, between rage and restraint, a life had been quietly, patiently built for him. All he had to do was come home.